Good morning, traders. I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist. RJO Futures, Friday morning here to talk to you about the grain markets. Okay, the corn market. Export sales yesterday, massive export sales. You got to go back 23 years to see these types of numbers that we exported a year ago. Taiwan, Korea, Mexico, some of our biggest customers buying U.S. corn. So there's reasons to be friendly to the corn market, be bullish the corn market, and this is one of them, these export demands. Think of yourself as an end user who needs our U.S. corn, and you see all these purchases. So you're going to be privy to come in here at lower prices and get coverage of U.S. corn. So that's our first chart of the day here today. Corn, you can see 4 days of lower highs and lower lows. See if you can see that on your chart here. We're into very good support. I would expect to see some buying come in. So we'll keep talking about that. Again, what a great story for U.S. corn exports. In the last 9 weeks, compared to a year ago 9-week time frame, you've almost done twice the business of U.S. corn exports. So kudos to the U.S. farmer and the quality of grain that we produce. Okay, the soybean market. Our next chart of soybeans, you can see we're in very good support here. I think what's going on in Argentina and what's going on in our U.S. plains with the drought, I think this spring seeding of soybeans, corn, and spring wheat are going to be very, very important. We're going to get this planting intentions at the end of the month. This will be a very big report. It is every year, but more so this year. So yesterday, export sales on soybeans, very good. Also, we had a very good soy crush number yesterday. Some of this data would point to maybe soybeans being 20 cents higher. They were only 10 cents higher yesterday. So soybeans are higher here this morning. Corn is lower as we speak. We'll see how we finish the week. I want to mention India here. We always talk about China all the time, but India, another big populous country in our world today, and their soy imports have dramatically increased year on year. This is what we're talking about here. Granted, India doesn't buy a lot of their soybeans from USA, but they buy from their parts of the world there. Like Canada, a big wheat producer, is now producing canola, a soybean competitor, under this soybean headline. So this is really, really good. The demand for soybeans is going to continue in our lifetime, I think, and really, really good story to talk about. Okay, just a brief message on China here. We talk about China and U.S. soybean demand, and our soybeans to China is cheaper than South America's soybeans to China. So on a business standpoint here, China, it makes sense to buy our U.S. soybeans. They're cheaper, maybe 20%, 30% cheaper. So a business decision, it's a no-brainer. But if China wants to get back to us on some of these tariffs and trade wars that we're talking about, that's another issue that we'll keep talking about. Okay, the wheat market here, lastly, very weak. You can see the charts of wheat down here. It's in very good support. So we'll kind of see all of a sudden wheat is really lagging on the downside, and we'll see where we go from here. Everybody have an excellent weekend.